Hey, comic fans, welcome to the show. This is Peter Palmiotti of Human Art Studios, and this is episode 282 of Making Comics and Art. And I'm just getting set up here. So how's your day going? Been having fun sketching monsters, practicing sketching monsters. Excellent, excellent. Welcome. And let's do this. So, last time you looked, I didn't have the signature and Aquaman's logo inked in, and I did that this morning. If you didn't watch the other day, I filled in black water. But yeah, today I did my signature and that, and I did his hooks. Also sketched his teeth out better. What else? His earlobe. And yeah, I filled in some black hair the other day. Anywhoozits. I'm going to ink the water, I guess. Yeah, do a little bit of that. I don't need that. EJB, time to double wrench status. I don't think there's anything better than a wrench. I can't give you more. I don't have more to give. Not yet. Not until I get super chats. Charles Reeves, what's up? That reminds me. I did a funny ad, what I deem funny, on my Twitter and Facebook. I said, if I make $1,000 in the next hour, then I'll have $1,000. Let's do this. What else did I say? Something. Oh, yay! And then links below. So Claire says, looks great. Thanks. I could actually. So I my camera sits on an arm that is flexible, and my cats tend to rub up against it. Therefore changing my viewpoint ever so slightly. Let's do this. So I think I improved it. I wanted it a little closer to the artwork. And yeah, as long as they should all be asleep. They've been having fun today. And tonight, actually, I was going to stream earlier, but tonight we got hit by some thunderstorms and heavy rain, and my internet is questionable during that time, so I waited for it to pass. And yeah, it's just a chill stream for tonight. We'll see if we go an hour, maybe two, depending on how I feel when I get there. I'll let you know. But at least an hour. And yeah, It's funny. It's like you can tell if you're a little closer, but you can probably tell. Like this line is a little gray, and I just want to go in and make it jet black. But once I'm done, I'll erase the pencils, and I'll probably have to. I won't have to, but I prefer to go back in and tighten up the blacks. So we'll do some inking tonight. Name of the episode is Make a Little Progress Every Day. And that's what I've been doing on this piece, making a little progress every time I tackle it. And I've been jumping around on a bunch of stuff, but I'm going to be cleaning things up a little bit and bringing more focus to what I'm working on here. I'll always be doing these pieces. And Claire says, it's a good time to be on tonight. Well, I mixed up the words, but you get my point. Why is that? What's happening or what's not happening? Is there nobody else on tonight? No shows on tonight? Time to watch Peter. There's always seems to be other people I follow on, especially in the evening. A lot more of them tend, they have day jobs or they're working all day, whatever, they stream at night. There's a lot more people watching, a lot more crowds. I look forward to the day when I have like 100 people watching. One day. I will mention, I do have a few people who will be coming on. Just nothing scheduled at the moment. Everybody is busy either crowdfunding or setting up the next crowdfunder or fulfilling their previous crowdfunder. So many people making comics, but there's enough of an audience for everyone. But yeah, so if you didn't already know, I'm going to be doing a bunch of these, and with a bunch of characters. I'm either known for, working on their books, like Aquaman. I inked Aquaman back in the 90s. Or maybe you don't know. I once worked on a book called Razor for London Night Studios. I'll be doing a Razor piece. Worked on the X-Men. There was a bunch of random pages on random issues. Deadpool, Cable, Gambit, Uncanny X-Men, Wolverine, other. I want to say Alpha Flight, but I think it was the Alpha Flight artist, or at least the one I remember that isn't John Byrne. Oh no, I hear one of my cats playing. Oh, she's going to go eat something. Okay, so I tend to rush my work. I feel like if I build patience, I can do better work by putting more hours into it before I call it done. Yeah. I am certainly not rushing myself. And, meeting deadlines is one thing. But especially if it's your own work, I believe in quality above all else. Although, it's I don't know. It's all part of the artistic journey. Sometimes you need to speed up, and that gives you certain advantages. Especially if you're penciling or concepting, like you just want to throw out quick ideas, and then choose from the best. But yeah, I do, I would like to, once I get back into really inking pages, which I got a bunch of things that covers, but I would like to speed up, because you're working on a similar artist, you get into a certain pattern with their work and style, and then it becomes muscle memory. But yeah, I tend to go for quality rather than watching the clock. That has some advantages, but it's better to be quicker, especially in today's world. If you're faster, you show off more of your work faster, and people will notice that. All right, my cat is roaming around at my feet, and I do not like that. Hopefully she'll want to go out if she begins to bug me. All right, she's practically staring at me. Jesus Christ. You want to go out? Cleopatra? With the sad face and the big eyes. All right, let me take care of her. Come here, baby. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. I know. Go here. Okay. Got her outside. Yeah, it's a little wet outside, but it's nice. It's been freaking nice temperature-wise today. Oh, what did I say? Be brave, be creative. Sort of my subtitle on my cover. Playing a bit of music today while I worked. I usually watch videos, audiobooks, Audiobooks are good. Anything to sort of keep my brain slightly busy. Put in a lot of long hours, and I always think what I'm working on is fun. But, brain has a tendency to work against you sometimes, so you need to keep it occupied. Claire says, yes, definitely have drawn so many faces and figures. It becomes muscle memory, which gave me speed over the years. Most definitely. Yeah, it's like, that's sort of where your style comes from. It's like, I'm planning to do a whole bunch of these, like I said. And I haven't really, there's definitely things I do as an artist, as a penciler. But, I also want to direct it in certain ways. Like, I love the image era of comics for its art. All the styles that were going on, and especially like a lot of the inking techniques. This is like the era of comics when they were doing phenomenally well. And so everybody working on the comics were putting hours and hours into every page, and that was never done before at that level. And they benefited from it, so they just continued on getting more and more insane with the artwork in a great way. And they built up these very cool inking techniques, a lot of them that were using. There was a lot of thick and thin going on with the line work, and all these feathering techniques and breaking of lines and all this cool stuff. And I know it won't come natural to me off the bat, but as I do a bunch of these, and I'll work on it over time, I guess. Mark Silvestri was definitely one of those artists from that era, and he's got a new book, Batman book, where it's like just insane line work. And he's been working on it for the past couple of years or however long. I would love to hear a behind the scenes on his experiences working on the book. I don't know if there's yet an interview or anything. If anybody knows, let me know. Drop it in the chat. Drop a comment on the channel. You know the dealio. All right. I got to do this. Okay. I'll finish his hair off over here. So while I'm doing this, and I know there's some people watching, which is always awesome. What are you guys working on tonight? I know what Claire's up to, or has been. Are you still working on monsters? Do, 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 do. You do fantastic detail. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I mentioned last time, I was like, a couple of people brought up the character Razor, and I want to do a Razor piece. Maybe I'll do two. It's like Razor is such an extreme character. I'll do a safe for everybody version, then a more extreme, some nudity and blood and gore. I'm sure that will sell. What is it today? Wednesday? So in a couple days, by Friday, what I'll do is post pieces I got for sale. If I have this one finished, I'll have this for sale. I mean, you can write claim right now if you want to buy it right now. But I will definitely post it once it's done and say, hey, anybody want to buy this? But I have that Reaper Destroyer cover I inked, pencil by Dale Keown. I have that. I have a Alan Goldman cover, which is, what's the character? Relentless Tin Soldier and the Phantom Shadow. And some other stuff. Maybe I'll get the that trading card I was working on the other day. Get that done. What else can I work on that and get done that I can sell right now? I don't know. I'll look at my stack of art. I posted a lot of the older stuff not too long ago, and now I just want to focus on selling more current work. And Claire says, hello, of course, yeah. Monstober challenge is eating up my month because I have to spend time thinking about what to sketch for each prompt. Yes. Yep. There's Monstober and Inktober and Tobertober. So many variations on a theme. It's all good stuff. I say. Don't ever forget it. There's a friend of mine who streams and he plays music, but I'm pretty sure it's not, free to use music. It's just music he likes that he plays. Uh, I look forward to getting my channel monetized one day, probably next year. So I would love to just play random music. I like a lot of alternative music and electric music when I'm working, but none of that stuff is free. I can't do that. It's too bad. I used to be able to get away with it on Twitch, but they upped their rules. I think there are just Rumble. Is Rumble a new sort of YouTuber kind of streaming platform? Something or another. I forget. Don't you forget it. Want to draw trading cards at some point. I was always a big collector. Yeah. There's artists that do just like just trading cards, just prints, just t-shirts. But of course, like anybody that has any sort of creation, they do all the merch. All the merch. Don't you forget it. You probably can't hear, but I can hear my neighbor's dog. I think this will look really good in color. I'm not sure I'm up to coloring yet. I might give it an attempt. There's so much I gotta learn about the coloring programs. I'm dying to get the art for my alien piece. I don't have a high res version of the alien piece, so I asked the person who bought it to get it scanned and blah blah blah. Anyway, he's taking forever, but he will get it to me. Vicious in Comics, otherwise known as Vic. Yo, Ace. Yo. Last person to call me Ace wanted to borrow some money. No. Yeah, I'm in a kind of chill mood tonight. Just doing my thing. Just doing my thing. So if you weren't aware, if you follow me and my streams, things are going in the right direction right now. Things are, my channel is growing and getting some decent views. Maybe not a ton of people are showing up in the chat, but more at times than previously, which is good. But many more people watch it after the fact. I would love to see more comments below the video, but I have to reach a certain height of fame, I guess, for people to actually conversate with me. People want to talk to me. One day, I swear, I'll be so busy I won't have time to answer comments. You'll see. Boom, 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 boom. I'm also in just a funny mood. Just a funny mood. Feeling rebellious. I don't know. Something. So what you doing tonight, Vic, if you're still here? What you working on? You got 100 things going on. Besides your book, which link is down below for BEOWAR under Vic King. Go check it out. It's like remember the savage sort of Conans of yesteryear. Vic is doing a similar project. Bum, 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 bum. But yeah, it's I'm just chilling out, working tonight. Working on my own art. I love inking others, but I want to do more of my own art. If I'm ever going to be truly famous, truly make my name. Oh, shout out to my brother and Amanda. Jimmy wasn't feeling that great with New York Comic Con. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, those cons can take a lot out of you. And he wasn't feeling good going in, so now he's got to go home and get plenty of rest. I'm laughing because that's our Vic's message. I'm trying to get motivated to do work. Yeah, that's the problem people make. The problem people make. My English. That's the mistake that people make. Is they want to get motivated before they do the thing. If you want motivation to work, then you have to work, and then you'll be motivated. If you want motivation to run, you got to run, then you'll be motivated. You want to do more, but you just can't. I mean, sometimes you could psych yourself out, you know. That's extremely a possibility, but a lot of times it's more just a matter of starting, and then you get the groove. I'm slightly scared of fame, but I'm adjusting to the way my life is progressing. Yeah, I mean, I never think I'm going to be, you know, like as famous as, I don't know, Brad Pitt or something. But I just, you know, I just want enough fame to sell, you know, 2,000 or 3,000 copies of my book each month. It's the level of fame I'll be having. You know, I'm fortunate enough people out there know me by name, know my work. You know, I mean, it doesn't do me any good at the moment because just how I structured my my workload over the past couple of years. But once I get, you know, my book out and the other books to follow and have things coming on a steady basis, then, you know, that's when I expect things to really turn. I expect, because I'm going to be putting in the hard work to make it happen. Not because, you know, I'm not going to sit back and just wait for it to happen. Make it happen. Be brave. Be creative, I say. So let's see. I posted on Facebook, probably Twitter as well. What more people wanted to see in my streams, and somebody was mentioning process. And, you know, I've gone over my process many a times here on my channel. But I'll give you a little bit of that in a second. Specifically, the person was saying steps. And Vic says, work looking sharp AF. After Frank? What does Frank have to do with it? I don't understand. So process. Okay, I want to do the water. Thanks, Vic. I totally appreciate it. And, you know, it's like, for however good this is, it's more about being consistently good. He gets me. He gets my joke. LOL. Yeah, as good as this has turned out, it's about doing pieces, you know, piece after piece after piece after piece, and them being consistently good. Like, anybody could do one good drawing. It's a matter of doing 100 good drawings in a row. And I know that's where my skills have failed me in the past. It's like not every day you're gonna wake up and do, phenomenal work. Especially as a comic book artist, it's like, man, they have to churn out pages every day, books every month, and it's hard to always be fresh and good and on point and the quality there every single page, every single time. And that's the challenge with comics. That's what makes them, in my opinion, comic book artists are the best artists on the planet because they got to draw everything. Unless they got a writer who's catering to their strengths only and not pushing them. Comic book artists are pretty phenomenal. It's like every day we must try, though, huh? Yep. Absolutely. So if you're looking at my water and saying, "Man, that's pretty fuzzy hair," I mean, water. I plan to go in with my white pen and do some water spray. So relax there, cool your jets. You don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, process. I was trying to get around to that point. So yeah, there's all sorts of ways in which to do water. This is not the best. It's just, I'm trying for a background effect. Just add to the ambiance. But it's probably one that I have never tried before. So hoping it works out. I mean, that looks fine. Hell. Oh, go in, zoom in. So yeah, it looks like that. And then I'll do a bunch of dots and hopefully it'll look like spray. A little closer. Yeah, that's fine. I was thinking of doing some clouds. So, it's mostly like the bottom right is dark and the top white, top left is white. Just doing a little hatching there, maybe mimic some faded clouds. Yeah, my English be not good tonight, but who cares? Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. All right, I spoke briefly with Chris, who's doing the American Alchemist anthology. I inked 6 covers of that. So I mentioned the other day that I saw one of the covers was colored. I had in my files, I didn't even realize. And I was cleaning my files the other day and found it. And I was like, "Do you want me to show it off now, or do you want to wait until you get things rocking with the crowdfunder?" Not sure if he's going to kickstart it or Indiegogo, but hopefully, we'll know soon enough. But he says, "Yeah, let's wait a little bit until I get things rolling." But the covers look really good. The cover, 6 covers I inked for phenomenal drawings, and hopefully I added 2 cents to them at least. If you didn't know, I'm a spinner. Kudos to those inkers who can keep a freaking page upright and work. I've never been able to. For short periods of time, if I'm really focused, which is not going to happen tonight, just in case you were wondering. I am not your monkey. I will not do everything you ask. It's a skill. Like the artist who passed away just the other day, Kim Jong something, was phenomenal artist. I'll definitely be missed and way too young. Such a talent. He burns so bright. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, this came out a lot better than I thought it would. I'm very happy with it. Well, I see plenty of areas I can improve on. I'm glad I took my time with it because, Claire was mentioning earlier about, rushing and patience. And definitely, like, when it comes to doing my own art, I gotta be a lot more patient myself. And Claire asks, "Do you normally work with other comic creators online?" Yeah, I mean, since I've been online, and I used to get my work by going to conventions and going to comic book stores. I actually met writers and publishers and artists in comic book stores, because I lived in New York, and so did they. But also comic conventions, hitting them up at their tables or meeting them at the after parties or whatever. But since I've been online, which is around 2006, 2008, more so, I've been interacting with a lot more creators, talking with a lot more creators, and frankly, a lot of the work I'll be doing is with all these artists and writers I've met online. So definitely, but who knows? Like, if I wasn't so active online and didn't talk to so many other creators, you know, it's like maybe I'd just be doing my own work. You know, I'm sure his pluses and minuses to everything. You know, it's like at every moment of every day, you pick a door, and it's like, yeah, let's give this a shot. um, but you know, I mean, as far as me doing my own art, like the fact that I'm sitting here doing a piece that I penciled and inked, well, inking. You know, it's like I used to be really shy about even showing people my work. It's like you know, they wouldn't know I'm being shy about it because they wouldn't see the work. Um, Throughout the years, it's like I became less so, but I do prefer, like, you know, people seeing finished work as opposed to work in progress. It's like, because it could look great now, and what if I take a turn at some point and, like, fuck it up? It's like, oh man, so embarrassing, and I did it publicly. But it's all good. It's like, you screw it up, you do it again. And simple that, you know, it's like, white it out and try again. Completely lose it, then simply start over. You know, in that sense, digital is faster. Guess you could always go back a few steps and say, okay, I screwed it up at this point. Let me try something else. But, you know, it's like, I figure at this point, if I really want to make a name for myself doing this, then got to put myself out there. And it's not about being perfect every time. It's like, you know, every picture, good or bad, is valid and part of your growth and part of your journey. I mean, you know, it's like almost like avant-garde artists. Because they do such extreme stuff, and it's so fun. I would like to try that at some point. I do want to paint, and I always say I'll paint when I retire. Hey, Devil Flyer, otherwise known as Rex, welcome. And let me guess, that's your link. You should just put your name before it and say, "This is my YouTube," rather than just a link. But I guess your comment here pretty much says that. So no problem. Who here doesn't have a wrench? Claire, do you have one? I forget. I don't think so, because I think this, maybe now seeing you, I'll have to go. The only way I can do it is after the show. Yeah, because if I go to my YouTube channel now, then my internet will slow down. I may even get kicked off my own show. We don't want that happening. Don't want to get kicked off my own show. That would just be sad. Dun, dun, dun. Through YouTubes. Through the tubes. YouTube is a great platform for a lot of fellow artists and comic creators and painters and animators and actors and singers and all the creative things. I'm happy to be here in a small way. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see. What am I missing? Do. All right. I guess it's time to do some feathering, perhaps. Think so. Yeah. Before I do that. So I asked before, I didn't get an answer, but I asked before. Sorry if your ears are affected by that. So yeah, I asked before if me possibly doing some clouds over here would be a good idea. Nobody responded, so I'll take that as a yes. Oh no. Invasion of the bots. It's been a while. It's been a while, Mr. Bot. I destroy you. Ah. You cannot get me. All right, so what did I want to do? Boop, 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 boop. Something like that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, just a simple line to sort of map out where I want to. I don't want to go heavy, and I want it to just be feathering. So not necessarily an outline. And so now I am twirling my brush to hopefully get a thinner line that has enough ink on it. You can't see me for twirl. I'm doing it off camera to protect your innocence. Oh, I know what I'll do. One of the artists I followed was P. Craig Russell, and he does a lot of stuff that I guess you can consider somewhat old school inking techniques, design, the sort of way he structures his drawings and does all his hatching and stuff, and always loved his work. He did a book in the late 70s, Kill Raven from Marvel. He's done a lot of Sandman stuff where he's simplified his artwork. I much like his busier style. I don't know how to say it, but yeah, it kind of reminds me of like the old black and white newspaper illustration work. Like, it's a lot of fashion ads or political cartoons and all this. When there were magazines, there was a lot of newspapers, and before they're using more photos or other things. What was the artist's name? Now I'm gonna forget. I don't know. So many artists I freaking love. Alright, Studios, welcome. Thanks. Your inking is very clean. Practicing the basics really helps with progress. Yes. A lot of artists tend to forget to do that. Most definitely. Growing up, me and my brother used to love, and this is more, it's not inking work, but it was penciling work. It was an artist who constantly did fashion ads for a long period of time. I don't remember his name. I wasn't looking at artist's name, I guess, when I was really young, but his work was fantastic. It was just like fashion drawings in pencil, really like shaded and gorgeous stuff. Very inspirational. Track him down one day. So, like I said, I'll have the original for sale, but I'll also make a color print. At some point, it'll be interesting to see this in color. All right, Studio says it can happen. You're busy working things. Then you do some, or then you have time and you're like, what the happened? Yeah. I mean, it's like anything. Like, so some things you can do once or twice and have it locked into your memory. But skills is something you need to work on to keep up. I mean, I have throughout the years, like I've been drawing since I was very young. But there have been times in my life where, it's like at one point I was working two jobs, one full during a day job and then an evening job. And it's like I had I had almost no free time, and drawing, and even a lot of other things that ate up time disappeared for a while. But my experience is mixed results. Like sometimes I disappeared from art and came back, and it was like, oh my goodness, I'm better at it. Because I came back to it refreshed, and I wasn't stressed about anything. I was just doing it for fun, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember having fun doing this, and it's like an old friend. Other times I came back, and my mindset was different, and it's like totally forgot what the hell I was doing. All right, let's continue because your quality goes down and you just can't get something. Yeah. And ooh, I feel that. All right. So I'm being blessed by the cat gods. Currently, my 3, which is one of them. One of them is outside. Cleo, who's about to really start bugging me previously, put her outside. I understand she really needs my attention, but I'm working, and you'll get all my attention later. But the other 2 are inside in my bedroom sleeping, thankfully. So Rex, if you're still watching, are you watching and working? Iris too. Are you working on something? Or if you're not working on it this second, we're curious what you're up to. Since this is my first time meeting you, as far as I remember. I assume you're an artist, but you could be a film director for all I know. One of the things that I was mentioning, like the old newspaper illustrators and whatnot, and like it was a lot of like quill work and a lot of cross hatching and heavy line work. I should right now. I'm improving my art for a visual novel. Cool. Like, film's not my thing. Not like that, anyway. Cool, man. Films are a lot of work, and usually teams of people, anyway. But yeah, I love how like the newspaper illustrators of old really had that sort of heavy cross hatching and just really elaborate work. And it was messy, but also thought out at the same time. I want to do a little of that here. Oh, you want to see something funny? This is why I don't post 1,000 photos on my Instagram. You can't really see it that well, but yeah. Oh wait, yeah. Can I do this? Yeah. You can't really tell. But I tried to take a picture of the sunset because it was like I don't know, it seemed more orange and purple combined. It looks pink here, but it's totally blurry. You can't really tell. I take horrible pictures, even with a good freaking camera. I should just give it up. It's like that's why you don't see a lot of pictures of me. I should take some more pictures of my cats. I should. You write so much, Irish. You should put it all in one comment. I have to click on all these different ones. Working with other person to make coding for the game less stressful. Yep. Oh, okay. So it's a like a video game, but it's also a novel kind of thing. That's interesting. Visual novel is a lot of fun to make, though. I literally own some that have amazing art and stories. The art may not be extremely good, but the story is great. Cool. Lorenzo, I can't stay, but wanted to stop by, say hi, and press like. Well, hello, sir. Good to see you, and thanks for stopping by. Hey. It says, your phone screen is better than mine right now. XD. Oops, okay, no problem. Yeah, I mean, you have a lot of thoughts, and it's like machine gun, they're coming out. So yeah, that's that. I mean, the reason I'm mentioning newspaper illustrators, so I'm sort of mentally, that's what I'm doing here. Something a little messier, a little more gray looking, a little different than what's on the rest of the page. So just a little something different to fill out the drawing. Bum, 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 bum. You know, there's a lot of amazing artists, you know, all over the web and stuff. You know, it's like I see a lot of them on Instagram, and I follow so many of them. Um, and when they're starting out in raw, I really love their work. But when they get really professional, like really precise with their drawings, I almost don't like it as much. You know, it's almost better raw and sloppy sometimes um, than too slick. You know, it's like I could be precise and clean in my illustration, but not all the line work should be too clean. You lose some of the flavor that goes into it. You know, and I've seen some artists that, you know, like do clouds and backgrounds and trees and like very, very precisely. And it's like, that's a fantastic illustration, but, you know, you lose some of that energy or something behind it. But yeah, I'll do a little more in here. I want to darken up the edge ever so slightly. And I think I'll get the exact equivalent of what I was looking for. Um, dun, 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 dun. Yeah, getting there. Yeah, maybe I won't finish this tonight, but I'm pretty close. You know, I got feathering to do on the figure, and it's a matter of how heavy I want to go with that. You know, like you can see some pencil a little bit. Do some feathering on the back end of it, maybe on the face. I could keep it relatively light and consider it done. We shall see. Like I said, if I go too far with the drawing and start looking worse than looking good, and you know, that could be a problem. All right, it says, think of it as choices that affect the ending. That kind of thing is what a visual novel is. Some even have animation, voice acting, good stuff all around. Yes, I absolutely know what you mean. And James gave thumbs up. That's right. If you haven't already, give the video a thumbs up. And it's my friend Doc and Mar. Always love seeing you. Hope you're doing well. And you got to come on an episode sometime. Something that we plan. You know, I probably won't be on too much longer. I guess technically, maybe an hour and a half. I'll go for an hour and a half tonight. And I mentioned previously upgrading my StreamYard, so I have the added perks of unlimited streaming. I'm going to use up the hours I have, so however long that takes, and then I'll get the perks. So, Iris, if we look you up on YouTube, is there some samples of what you're talking about? Or maybe on Instagram or what have you? I think I'm about done here. As far as the clouds go, yeah, it's it's just a feathering end rather than putting a line around it. Can't tonight. Yeah, I'm not doing. I'm just going another 8 minutes. So yeah, definitely not tonight. Maybe your next one. Yes, I'll message you and we'll connect and we'll see what is good for both of us. For sure. Just put visual novels in a hashtag. I don't have any art worth looking at just yet. I click. I clicked on it. Worth looking at yet, really. Well, whatever you do have, take a look when time allows. All right. So I want to start in. Might as well. All right. I almost want to go and finish this right now. But this is what I was talking about earlier. It's like, not rushing a piece. Like let it breathe in between. Let it, find your way around it. Find the style it wants to be. For those that don't know, Doc and Mars, fantastic artist. And she says, sounds great. And any art is great art. There you go. Iris says, thanks. Psh, I feel so old. No, nobody's talking any ages here. I'm probably the oldest person here. I'm an old timer. Dun, dun. Yeah, I almost want to take another pass at how I'm going to approach feathering the figure, because I sort of want to keep it simple but have enough going on and like have it effectively describe light and shadow. You know, it's a balance. It's a balance. And that's what will really dictate my style and approach. You know, a lot of times I want to go too heavy and it comes out looking too heavy. I got to restrain myself. But like the title says, you know, do a little bit each day, make some progress. You know, it's like what do you value? You know, is it you being fast and churning out crap? I mean, if that's your thing, then go for it. But you take your time and you focus and learn as you go. And who knows? Possibilities are endless. Just be brave, be creative, get your work done, be kind to people, feed your pets, and look both ways before crossing. I'm in a mood tonight. I mean, I'm not totally nutso tonight. Just being a little playful. Gotta run. Talk to you soon, Peter. Good night. Thank you. Like I said, always great to see you, and definitely have to hang out soon. If you don't know Doc and Maud's work, go to Instagram and type in her name, and you'll see her work, and she's freaking phenomenal. Which why I want to get her on here again, because people will come here for her, not me. Because of her talent, say I. Yeah, I might. Somebody sent me a text. I might do that. I might. I just know I need to practice, but always been hard to be consistent. Yeah, I mean, you know, not every artist is consistent. Like, you know, some are, but they really have to work at the consistency. It really takes, you know, years sometimes. I overthink, but oh. Hang on, do I have something? You know, also why? You're really good. I'm not sure what you're getting at. You lost me a little bit. I still want to go in there and do some feathering, but yeah, I'm going to hold back and save that for the next time. Let me erase this. Let me see. I might go in with a few more lines on this part, this thing. Kind of like the way it looks. Yeah, what I'll do is, it is messy, so like when I go close, you'll see it a little better. And I mean, I could be more Does it look blurry? I think I have the let me improve the setting. Stop that. Hold on. Let's see. Low definition. Okay, here we go. Okay, that's high definition. Does that look any better? It looks the same to me, at least on my screen. Okay, Iris says, something digital I made recently as well as 30-day practice challenge. Need to post a few days. Circular feathering. Ah, very cool. Yeah, it's it's a skill people need to work on. Give it a hazy feel for clouds. I think that works best. Yeah. Yeah, it's just, it's like a minor detail in the big spectrum of the piece as it is. Back out. Oh, too much. There. Okay, there's. See the whole thing. So yeah, I really like the way it's going. And, it's like I want to do feathering here, some here, maybe on his back arm here, a little shadow work below his beard and back of his neck. Maybe some over here on his forearm, his six-pack, and it's definitely his face. Throw a little more shadow on there, but I want it to look good without it being too heavy overall. But yeah, so far so good. So far so good. Thank you everybody for coming and watching and chatting and liking. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. I'm like 3 away from 1,100 subscribers, which is very, very cool. If you want to support me further, go to my Patreon, become a patron. I will eventually be doing stuff there. Not currently, and just trying to catch up on too many things. This being one of them, but I don't like the way this is coming out. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Please